they are called the three sisters. Now stalagmites are those dripstones which grow from the bottom to the top. The ones growing from the ceiling downwards are called stalactites. Okay, so and when we move on, at my position, look into the water in front of the grotto. There are very beautiful reflections in it. But before we move on, please turn around and look at this stalagmite over here. So this stalagmite got broken approximately 100 years ago. So what you see on top now is what a stalagmite grows in more than 100 years. Okay, so it's only between 2 and 3 centimeters per 100 years. And that's why it's also so important not to touch them, because if we touch them, they can't grow anymore, and they will not grow at all. And so they grow very slowly, but at least they do. Okay, so at the end I will show you one of the biggest we have in this cave system, and if you want, you can estimate the age of that stalagmite back there. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Now on the left-hand side, on the ground, you can see so-called glacier mills. So these holes in the ground, these are glacier mills. But the name is maybe a little bit irritating because it actually doesn't need a glacier for them to come into existence. What it needs is stones and flowing water. So once or twice a year we have to close the caves because we have a flood, and then the water is flowing over this way here. So the water which is flowing here moves the stones like that on the ground. And the stones are a little bit harder than the ground, so they can erode a hole into the ground. And this is how these glacier mills come into existence. We have in here. Maybe you have already realized it's easy to breathe, we have enough oxygen, and it also doesn't smell bad in here. It's because we have a natural air exchange system. So when we move on, stand behind that stone and look up to the ceiling, you will see a so-called chimney. A chimney is nothing else than a crack which goes up to the surface. Of course you cannot see the surface because those cracks are very narrow and not straight. But this is where the fresh air comes in. So we have a very effective, but of course also a very slow air exchange in the whole cave. So you see it best when you stand here and look up.
Sí, por ahí entra el aire. From here you can see. ¿Viste? Es roca.
I will tell you later on, but actually not really. Okay?
Okay.
Sí, cangrejo o pescado.
Salado como está aquello. Y la estalagmita es un organismo.
No, una...
Okay, so this
una piedra.
stalagmite up here, it was named by the cave explorers, and they named it Madonna with Child because there's a little bit of fantasy. It looks like a woman carrying a baby. Now you can also see that there are two ways. We will now take this one. It's only for 20 meters, but if you want to make pictures within those 20 meters, make them now, because we will take the other one when we come back, so that we have seen both. Okay, but it's just 20 meters. So here's another chimney if you want to look up again.
Wow. Salado. Y mira que ellos parados así. Pero no entiendo. La estalagmita, ¿qué es? ¿Una piedra que crece? ¿Una piedra que crece?
Claro, es una especie de composición de carbón, de
Ya.
minerales.
Vale. Va.
Una expresión así, la verdad. Arriba para abajo, abajo para arriba. Son minerales, Puta panza.
Wow. Mira, mal. ¿Eh?
Botones.
¿Por qué? ¿Cómo qué? Allá. No, pero eso es una buena. No, pues yo le pregunté, dije, ¿te tendría que seguir nada más o vas a decir algo? No, pero es una buena.
Vos, pero esa no.
No, ya sé. Wow. Qué nivel. ¿Oh? Igual hay que esperar a los niños. Ah, mira esto que más. ¿Eh?
Los primeros meses del año se llena de agua esto, se inunda.
Anda.
¿No escuchaste con Rico?
No.
Flac.
No, ya dijo que sueltan. Desde que determinado mes al año tienen inundación, como que ellos inundan esto.
No, ellos cierran porque inundan. Se inunda. Tienen que cerrar la cueva porque se inunda.
¿Estás seguro? Mira.
I wait for your
No,
mic?
no, it's okay.
No? Really?
She's coming. No, she's coming.
Okay. So here we are now in the dome grotto. At the highest point, this grotto is 11 meters high, and the surface is now about 400 meters above our heads. So at the beginning, you have seen the grotto where the Saint Beatus lived, according to the stories we have heard. And there is, of course, also a legend associated with the Saint Beatus. As you will hear, this was 1,500 years ago, so in the 6th century, so it's really a legend. So we don't know what really happened, but we will listen to the story so that you know what the legend is all about, okay?
Beatus, an Irish apostle, went on a pilgrimage with his companion Justus to the land of the Hebraians to preach the gospel. Shepherds at Lake Toon told him of a vicious dragon on the other bank of the lake. Beatus resolved to make his way into the dragon's cave alone. Once there, he faced an angry, fire-breathing monster. Beatus held up his pilgrim staff to the dragon and exorcised it in the name of God. As if thrown back by an invisible hand, the dragon was rendered unconscious and flung into the lake to be swallowed up by the swirling water. In Europe, dragons were considered to be vicious, bloodthirsty guardians of hidden treasures. In Asia, on the other hand, dragons were seen as wise, happy, and good-willed.
Exactly, so this is the legend. As I told you, it's really a legend. We don't know the real stories of the Saint Beatus. What we know for sure is that somebody really important lived outside in this grotto, because otherwise nobody would make a grave into the stone. So the people had somebody really important to them, somebody like a saint. So they made the grave for this person outside into the stone. But they wouldn't do that for somebody who's not important to them. Okay, so now to complete the other topic, namely plants and animals. First, maybe you've already seen plants in here, otherwise you will see some of them in the back. These plants can only grow because of the artificial light. Without the lamps, it would be far too cold and too dark for the plants to grow. The seeds, however, they come in naturally with the water. The water is no spring water, so it doesn't come from inside of the mountain. It is surface water. So these are very small rivers which flow through forests and fields. There they can take in the seeds, and then they disappear into the cave system, and like that they transport the seeds to all those points where the plants are growing now. So now to the animals. You asked me before, I said there are not really animals in here, but what we have are very small animals that live in the water. They are just 1 or 2 millimeters in size and colorless, so you can't see them with your eyes. And otherwise, we don't have any animals at all living inside of the cave system. What we have sometimes are bats at the entrance, where you have seen the grave of the Saint Beatus. But they are mainly only there in winter when they get not disturbed by the visitors going in and out. Okay, so let's move on to our last stop, which is called the Valhalla Grotto.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Can we?
No problem, you can just turn around.
Oh.
Okay, but please just be careful with the cave because it's a cultural and natural heritage. But you can turn around. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Tremendo túnel.
¿Eh?
Tremendo túnel.
Bonito.
Túnel. Mira qué lindo. Lili. Esas son piscinas artificiales.
Todas esas se hacen por la luz artificial,
Wow.
Es verdad, solo aquí.
Caraguala. ¿Viste? Caraguala.
¿Qué?
Caraguala.
La abuela.
Sí, la planta. A ver.
La planta no hay.
¿Por qué no es importante?
¿Planta?
Sí.
Porque se lo crecen con luz artificial en el fondo y arriba.
¿Quién la puso ahí?
Crecen porque hay luz artificial, pero si no hubiera no habría.
Ah,
Estamos dentro de la montaña,
salado. Ocean Road. Y pensá que este loco se metía por todo allá, ¿no? 400 metros, boludo. Metete para allá.
¿Metería vos?
La,
Creo que sería una cosa que no dieron.
la primera vez decís vos. Está medio.
No, bueno, ¿te meterías?
Sí.
Eran 3.000 dólares, ¿te
¿Eh?
metés? 3.000 dólares.
Gratis igual voy, pero sí, 3.000 voy.
400 metros rascaditos, ¿sí?
Sin problema, no tengo claustrofobia. Me encantaría además de todo, ¿no? Estaría además. Andar en patrón de inglés, ¿no? Yo el inglés de